Hello there, welcome back. So got a reader question and gonna jump into it. Here we go. I have been in a relationship with my fiance since 2011. We've been engaged since spring of 2015 and have been living together since July of 2017 due to my military service. We live in a foreign country now after I made the move to transition out of the military for the relationship. Okay, so a little bit more, and then here's the twist. While our long-distance relationship communication was very good, in-depth conversations about plans on moving and living with one another and our overall future, as soon as I moved in with my fiancée, everything changed. She avoided talking about the relationship, stopped having sex, and overall became detached or dissociated with herself from the relationship. So this means there is a bait and switch sort of thing happening. You very clearly want this relationship to happen, and you're invested and you did things to get over that hurdle of the long distance relationship, to get in the same country, living together so you can have the relationship you want. But there's obviously something else going here, because having achieved that goal, everything suddenly goes sideways. So it was working really well before that. You got together, everything goes off to one side. So you know there's a whole other factor here, a big giant piece of the jigsaw puzzle that you've been missing. So goes on a little bit more. She has a very high pressure job, works 90 plus hours a week, and has little time to herself. So she is busy. And it kind of makes me think, like, is there even any room in her life to actually have a full, complete, in-depth, intimate, connected relationship? 90 plus hours is a long time. So you've made this jump to be with her, gone through all the hurdles, changed countries, moved in together, and there's not actually any space in her life for you. So a little bit further, she recently came to me and said she would be fine never having sex again. It is something that is never on her mind and she does not crave it. And that's just saying that she has no motivation, no libido, doesn't actually want that true, in-depth, connected, intimate relationship. So having talked about all that stuff and seen those factors, we know that you're facing a wall of nonsense. She is probably gaslighting absolutely everything. Any complaint you have about the relationship or wanting something from her is immediately spun around, pointed back at you, and you're the bad guy, simply because you want some sort of love, sex, and affection from this person you've made all these giant sacrifices for to actually get to be with. So there is a huge bait and switch that's gone on here. Now, I'm not saying that she's necessarily this evil, horrible person. I just get the feeling that she only had really, really limited capacity to actually be in a complete relationship. And when it was long distance and you were only getting together once in a while, that was within her capacity. She could turn it on, connect, be intimate, and be with you, for a weekend, a month, or whatever it was. But then after that, she went back to her real life, back to her 90-hour-a-week job, and didn't have to expend all that energy into the relationship. So ironically, you saw the long-distance relationship as a hurdle that you had to overcome. For her, the long-distance relationship was a little bit more of a solution, because she knows that she can't actually have this full, complete relationship. And I have no idea exactly why she is as she is, and to an extent it is somewhat irrelevant, in that whatever's going on is going on in her head. It's in her background, her upbringing, her previous relationship experience, whatever it is. And we can ask questions, you can ask questions, you can dig and try and poke and find out what all that stuff is, but you're not going to get very far. You're probably not even necessarily going to find out what all the problems exactly are, and actually getting to put a solution in place is even harder. All of that has got to come from her. And if she doesn't do it and she's not interested and she has no particular motivation, she's never going to do it. And she probably does still want some degree of relationship. She probably wants the trappings of, looking like she is normal and has an adult relationship. She probably has some sort of motivation to have kids to some degree. Even if it's a sort of intellectually, no, I don't want them, at least on some sort of subconscious level, there is some sort of desire for it usually. So she's certainly been motivated to a point, but then the point is reached, and that's it. She doesn't actually want any more. So my feeling is you're just going to bash your head against this brick wall and get almost nowhere. And at this point, too, you've dug yourself a fairly deep and difficult hole in that you've made all these big life changes to be with her. So even if you decided today that you need to extract yourself and get out, it's still probably going to be 6 months, 12 months, maybe longer to be able to do that. So it's a very, very difficult situation you're in. And I'm sure you're not having a good time with this at all. So for now, what I think you should be doing is just working on the things that are going to maximize your attractiveness, working out, eating right, doing the stuff you need to do for your overall lifestyle and job and whatever it is, and consciously starting to chart a little bit of an exit strategy in case this relationship really doesn't work out. And I get the feeling that you're going to do a lot of yo-yoing backwards and forwards between hoping there can be a change, realizing there's not going to be one, and as you pull away, she starts to reel you back into the level that she wants. So it's going to be a very, very difficult situation. So that's what I think is going on. I wish I had better advice as to how to magically solve it, but all of this is happening on her side of the relationship. And the bigger question is, what was it about you or her or whatever it was that made you motivated to get into this situation? What is it about you that attracted this into your life? Because when it really comes down to it, that's probably your actual problem that you can solve. So that's probably a whole other video, giant other topic, and I think we'll leave it there. So talk to you soon.